My proudest accomplishment is my marriage. I think I probably would never have married anybody else in the world but Mary, but she touched all my bases.
It would be difficult for me to imagine the arts in Kentucky without thinking of Al and Mary Shands. Unfortunately, we lost Mary about a year ago, and Al is continuing her legacy.
She would then have to drag me to craft fairs. I knew nothing about Kentucky craft fairs. And one time at the Berea Fair, after I looked at too many whirligigs and quilts, I saw a ceramics piece by Wayne Ferguson. I didn't know, I never heard of Wayne Ferguson. And so I went and I bought this piece just sort of quickly. As I walked back to the car to put in the car, I turned around and bought 2 more pieces from him. And that was the beginning of my addiction. And after that, it was just, downhill all the way.
He and Mary, and he continues to commission artists to create work. Many names that we know and many that are just being discovered, emerging artists.
I have absolutely no talent to create art at all. I've assured myself that that is true. But I have a great affinity for other people's art. The collection started off as a collection of Kentucky craft, and then it morphed into ceramics. And then it became a national collection of ceramics. And then finally, from that, it went to sculpture. And so you can see different strata in the collection of different points that we were. But it's very much of a sort of history of my own life and Mary's life together, as we always collected together.
I think it's important to know that he is a man for all seasons.
Collecting art for me is like having a gigantic dinner party. You want people who can talk to each other. Some are different. You want some bad boys, but not too many of them to keep stirring the pot. Artists live in a different world. They see things in a different way. And that's the exciting thing, is to be challenged by what they see and to open yourself up to new ways of thinking and feeling and being. And it's a description of who you want to be as a human being.
It's also important to know that Al had a very successful career as a filmmaker.
You know, when you're doing films, you never realize what you're doing, really. I was filming history. I didn't know it at the time. And it's like what life was like back then, and it was, at the time, it was very, very of the moment.
Their extraordinary achievements fit so beautifully into the spirit and intent of the Milner Award for Philanthropy.
She was very much of a reconciler, a lover of humanity. And because of her family background, she felt that she owed a lot to the community. She was a kind of Pied Piper that could bring other people in and make them see how important this was and what fun it was, too. We sort of spurred each other on and had the most wonderful life together. I feel we were married for 40 years. And I was never bored, I'll tell you that. You never know what's coming up next with Mary.